And welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Sao Paulo 2014.
É isso aí, galera. Vamos dar berro aqui em Intel Extreme Masters 2014.
It is now time to move on to our semi-finals, but before we get there, let's just check in with our bracket and show you exactly how the 4 players have made their way through to the semi-finals. You can see at the top half of the bracket, MC versus Jjakji, and at the bottom of the bracket, incredible games, Hero versus TLO. We're going to kick things off with MC versus Jjakji first.
Então é isso aí, vocês já estão vendo nas chaves aí. Vai ser MC contra Jjakji e o Hero contra o incrível TLO que passou agora nesse jogaço que vocês acabaram de assistir.
Our first player to the stage is a former Code S champion, but it's been a long time since he's won a major tournament. November 2011, unbelievably. He is in the form of his life right now. Please welcome from My Insanity in Korea, Jjakji!
Jjakji, que a última vez ganhou campeonato foi em 2011, tá muito bem, mas ele tá na topo da sua forma, então, aparecendo aí.
And he goes head-to-head with another man who is searching for his first major in almost 2 years. That's right, the Intel Extreme Masters in 2012 seems like a long time ago. He is the boss toss, he is the Iron Man, he's MC!
E aí, então, aparecendo o Iron Man, o chefe boss, MC!
And you thought Comic Con had finished.
E agora então, vamos com os nossos casters para português e inglês.
Time now to get the map vetoes on the way, but first, here's the commentary team in English and Portuguese.
Well, well, well. MC never fails to impress Rotterdam as he enters as Iron Man.
Looking good as always.
Always looking good. That mask, I wonder if he's going to do the vetoes with the mask on or off.
I hope he puts it off.
I hope he has
Otherwise,
it on.
it might actually go wrong. I spoke with, I think, Puck earlier this weekend, or Hello Kitty, who messed up the veto process. And then the moment he thought he vetoed the map, it was actually his first pick. He was a little sad about it.
That was hilarious when that happened. I can't believe that actually happened. But welcome to the semi-finals. There are 4 players remaining. 2 of them are on the stage right now. MC versus Jjakji. The other semi-final, TLO versus CJ Hero.
All races still alive in this tournament, and 2 of our former IEM champions are still alive as well. This could very well be the very first time that a player is going to win 2 Intel Extreme Masters. Of course, talking about StarCraft. It has happened in Counter-Strike, never in StarCraft though. As we're going to talk you through the veto process, I'm pretty sure. Wow, heavy rain.
That's right, he's nodding to you. Heavy rain vetoed out by MC.
I'm kind of surprised already by that, Sean. That's not what I expected. I do think it's an excellent drop map, and we can talk a little bit about that more later if we have time. Well, Jjakji vetoes Youngsu. I don't think that's too surprising.
Yeah. Especially against the amount of Protoss builds that we've been seeing that are very successful on Youngsu. Frost, first map here, selected by MC by the looks of it, a bigger 4-player map. What are your thoughts on that to open us up?
I love Frost, and I feel that Frost is the map that everyone loves. Like, out of the 3 maps that I got added back then, Youngsu, Polar Knight and Frost, I feel Frost is far and away the most popular one. It is the map that I enjoy playing most as well. I feel it's a well-balanced map. It is possible to drop, but it's not like ridiculous. Terran has to commit for it a little bit. Protoss can kill the Medivacs. Overall, it's a really fun map. I love watching games on it. I love playing games on it.
And we have Habitation Station second from Jjakji.
I think that's going to be a very important map in this series. I don't know, I feel Frost can go either way. I feel Habitation Station is a map that Jjakji is going to have to win.
And then Altazim, the largest map in the map pool, selected by MC. And then the 4th about to come out here from Jjakji, Daedalus Point.
Daedalus is so hard to say in TVP because I feel whenever I play this map, so many Terrans have it vetoed on the ladder that I always play it against Zerg, or every now and then I play it against a very ballsy Protoss who also does not veto it. But I have very little Protoss vs Terran experience on Daedalus, so that's going to be interesting. Overall, I like this map pool. I think it's going to create some really sick games.
Yeah, this should be a great series between these 2 players, both in search of a tournament victory here, because they haven't had one in a very, very long time. Jjakji, of course, when we talk about tournaments, major tournaments, Jjakji won the Global StarCraft League, the GSL, in 2011, a long, long time ago, as we're now entering the first major of 2014. And there is Jjakji playing for My Insanity.
Still so young as well.
19 years old. When he won the tournament, he was 16 years old. At the time, was the youngest GSL champion ever, of course, until one young Zerg entered, Startail Life, and then he took that title away. But Jjakji
Yeah, it's awesome that we're finally starting to see a little more of Jjakji, because for a while we always said that he was like the most forgotten GSL champion of all time.
Yeah.
People even didn't like give him the recognition for it anymore. It's like, it was during the time that Terran was really good, yada yada. But we're starting to see a lot more from him, and it excites me. Of course, the Boss Toss is someone who needs no introduction. If you're a little unfamiliar with StarCraft 2, no one has won more prize money playing this game than the man in front of us right now. But talking about Jjakji a little more, I really like the fact that he moved to Europe. Obviously, you know, looking into statistics and stuff, you cannot go too much, but statistically, TVP is his strongest matchup.
Yes.
Now, a lot of players will immediately say, who follow the scene closely, yeah, well, he's playing against European Protoss. That is partly true, but he's beaten a couple of excellent Protoss players recently as well. For instance, Patience, the player who has had a magnificent run back then at DreamHack, now again at Aces Rock. Jjakji was able to defeat him 3-1. In this tournament, he looked very strong and convincing against Puck, defeating Puck 2-0. I think we're in for a 100 series, yeah?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great series. As Jjakji recently moved to Europe on a 1-year visa, where he's able to play StarCraft day in, day out. Currently awaiting to play his Challenger League game on the 6th of February.
Who was the unfortunate soul that got Jjakji?
Happy Zerg.
Happy Zerg.
Happy Zerg must play Jjakji on the 6th of Feb, and that'll determine if he gets into Premier League or not. But I'm sure he doesn't even... That's not even in his mind. It hasn't been for the last couple of days.
That saddens me so much for Happy Zerg.
That's very sad there for Happy Zerg, as Jjakji's looking to cruise into the Premier League. That's why he's here. But the Boss Toss is a 2-time GSL champion. Jjakji's won 1, MC's won 2. MC also, his last tournament victory was at the Intel Extreme Masters, the World Championship, which you commentated.
Yep, the finals, man. And you know, if you think back about that, that was even really close, because Puma had a 2-1 lead, or it was 2-1, because I think back then we still played best of 5, not best of 7.
Yeah.
And there was this game in Antigua, which I thought Puma had in the bag. I thought it was a 1 game for Puma, but then somehow, some way, MC showed us that he's a true champion, and he always finds a way. Came back and ended up winning the Intel Extreme Masters back then in Hanover, crowning himself to the global champion in 2012.
And not only does he want just another tournament, but if he was to win this one, he would be the only ever StarCraft 2 player to win 2 championships. And of course, there is another player wanting that title, and that's the other semi-finalist Hero. But for now, we are now loaded into the first map of the semi-finals here at the Intel Extreme Masters Sao Paulo. And this is going to be a good one. We've got a lot of good games coming up, but let's begin the semis now. Up here, to the top left is the red Protoss. He goes by the name of Jan Minchel. It's MC. And that's the actual crowd, if you can hear that, for MC. Obviously, we go out to you guys at home, and the Portuguese out to the audience, and they did cheer very loud for him. And then down here, in the bottom left of Frost, playing for My Insanity, looking for a Kickstarter here in 2012, it's of course Jjakji.
Kickstarter 2012?
Kickstarter of a year, an awesome year. But it's a Kickstarter's 2014.
I was like, what? What's going on over here?
It's really hot, Roddy.
Yeah,
I don't have my Brazilian babes blowing fans to give me grapes.
Once more, Frost, of course, our first map. Jjakji, our blue Terran, spawning in the left bottom side. What I'm expecting is a pretty straight-up playstyle from Jjakji. We spoke a little bit about this before we went live as well. Jjakji is one of those Terrans that, for instance, not like Bomber or Bolt. He's not very stubborn in his play. He will do what he thinks is best.
Yeah.
Of course, kind of standard, straight up. We can expect Marines, Marauders, Medivacs. But he will let it go to that very late phase in the game where we could see an army with 10, 12, 14 ghosts if he feels that he cannot kill the Protoss before that.
I completely agree with you. Jjakji, from what I've seen commentating his way into this tournament, is that Jjakji is a very staple Terran. There's nothing really special about him. There's nothing that I can say, all right, he's really good at this. It's more that he's good at everything. He's a great all-rounder. He's very fast. He's very mechanically driven. But I think that could be a weakness against a player like MC, who is known to change it up game by game. He's super aggressive. He'll be at your front door, knocking on that front door at all parts of the game. And I think that would be a little edge that MC will have, especially in this best of 5.
Yeah, MC is so versatile. I recently had the pleasure of casting a lot of his PVTs in the Wearer.com Invitational which John Merlo organized. I saw him against Asia. He lost that series 2-0, but that was just warm-up. After that, he defeated Bomber 2-0, and later on, he had a ridiculous series against Innovation, which he won 3-2. And if there's one way to sum it up his playstyle, Sean, it's just unpredictable, like we know MC. He can do everything. He's capable of doing everything. He makes timings work that you really feel should not work, but above all, aggression as well.
And before we really jump into the strategies that both these players are going for, remember that the winner of this qualifies for the Industry Masters World Championship, the 100,000 winner takes it all. MC wants a new R8. He wants a new Audi. Jjakji, I'm not sure what he wants, but
I would laugh so hard if Jjakji qualifies and then wins in Poland as well, and then buys
buys the
RR.
car and then sends the picture to MC.
It's like, what up? How many retweets do you think that would get? Chill. Unlimited.
All right.
Anyway, MC scouts Jjakji late. He should still figure out immediately with the timing that this was a command center first, and he will see these two Rexes as well. Little unfortunate for MC that he scouted it all the way last, but his Nexus was pretty quick as well. He skipped the Zealot. He dropped it early. MC should be more than fine.
And he's chronobusted into the Stalker, and that's obviously going to go right over to the other side to put a bit of pressure on here with the Mothership core, force the bunker to be made, and if not, then MC is going to start to tickle these Marines, start to do a little bit of damage towards them.
And that can always snowball out of control really quickly if you don't have a bunker, but that bunker will go down in a matter of seconds. Yeah. There we go. Mothership core is going to try to be annoying, maybe get an SCV, but nah, Jjakji's on top of it. Maybe a mule.
Nothing here. And as MC just trades a couple of shields, hit points, which of course will regenerate. We do have back at home the Forge being thrown down here by MC.
It already makes me wonder, most likely he's going to fire up an armor upgrade immediately, but is he also going to warp in a cannon in his mineral line because he's not going to make a robo for a while, which is possible. I've seen MC play like that as well. Charge Storm is such a popular style right now. It's a style that I prefer as well over the Colossus openings, but Widow Mines are scary. Even when you see two Rexes, there's still a chance for Widow Mines, and eventually you're going to need some detection.
All right, well, from this point, both players have established their opening builds here. Jjakji trying to sneak an SCV in to scout what MC's up to, and he gets behind the Stalkers here. Mothership core won't kill the SCV, so he's going to get inside here. A nice free scout, because if this SCV wasn't there, then this would have had to be in a scan. He gets to the back of the mineral line, sees a Forge, no Twilight Council, no Stargate. That's a good, happy scout and a happy SCV.
It could be a true great scout, but if I was Jjakji, I'd also be a little worried. I feel there should be something more than what I've just seen. Like, seeing the Forge is awesome, but that could mean a lot of things. You saw him desperately clicking in his corner as well. He wants to see, like, maybe there is like a Stargate in that corner, maybe there is Twilight in that corner. You'd rather be safe than sorry. We can see he's still rallying a lot of Marines as well, because I think that scout, as good as it was, also worries him a little bit. Like, hey, is this really all? Yeah, it was all, but he doesn't know.
Look at Jjakji's build here, by the way. Just now having a look inside his base. He's actually going to go over towards the Banshee here with Cloak. And this is something that we have seen pop up a couple of times. And I've lost my audio.
So same here. I'm not sure if you guys can.
Oh, there you go.
There we are.
I don't know what just happened there. But with the Banshee coming up, this has actually popped up a couple of times recently, is that a lot of players, like we've seen, for example, the player that's playing in the other semi, Hero, skip the robotics facility, skip the observers, and the Club Banshee just instantly does and wins the game. But he's seen the robot and the observer coming. Yeah,
he just threw down a scan. He's still going to go for it, because right now he already had everything set up like this. And, you know, maybe he can still be annoying. If that Cloak Banshee picks up 6-7 probes, it's already worth it. And above all, he will force MC to keep a couple of units and to keep worrying about that Banshee. He already has the tech lab there, so there's no need to abandon mission. Of course, the dream scenario would have been that the only thing that was there was maybe a cannon or not even a cannon, and there was a Twilight going on. That's not the case, but he's still going to make that Banshee, and he's going to follow it up with a Raven. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an interesting setup and a build here from Jjakji. Obviously wanting to get rid of the observers with that Raven, but the Banshee's coming in. There is an observer.
But it's out of position.
Out of position.
We have two observers. One is kind of close, one is on the other side of the map. So MC is going to have to bring that observer all the way back. He's going to lose mining time. Right now, Sean, I'm already feeling like, hey, Jjakji, cool build, was worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it here. He's getting a lot of damage done with this Banshee. 2 probes go down. He's going to enter the main base. Where is that observer? It's not close.
Did he cancel Cloak?
He must have, yeah. Yeah, he did. I was going to say, you got a Cloak, man?
For a second, I think actually with Cloak, he would have been able to do a little more. Still, though, he's ahead in workers against the Protoss. How often do you see that?
Not very often. Not very often indeed. But we do have double engineering bay down here for Jjakji, which has not been spotted by the Bostos with his observer, which has to move out.
It's scary as well, because that Raven is so annoying. If you lose your observers, you get kind of scared. Observer will fall, because there's a Widowmine there as well. And this is frustrating, guys, because especially MC is opening up with Colossus, so he wants to use his robotic facility to produce Colossus, and perhaps even an Immortal, as Immortals provide great additional damage as well.
Well, MC's pulling out a move here, which is kind of smart. We do see this quite often, is that as the Terran player moves out, come the 10-minute mark when all his upgrades are completed, we have the Warp Prism that's going to swing around the back and then drop inside the main base and really do a lot of damage to Jjakji if he doesn't have any units at home. But does MC have enough units to defend against this?
Exactly, it could backfire as well. Now Photon Overcharge is pretty good, at least so I've heard, and a couple of force fields can go down as well. I think with that second Colossus and knowing MC, he should be okay. You know, it would have actually been really sweet if that Banshee was still alive, because imagine what a PDD could do to soak up so many shots from those Stalkers, and then a Banshee could do some serious work on perhaps a Colossus. But, well, we will never see that happen.
No, the Warp Prism's just going to miss this Widow Mine, which is placed on the right-hand side there to stop probes, pylons, spots for Zealots towards the third base of Jjakji, which will be put down soon. But a good start from both sides here. You know, no one's really taken major losses.
To be honest, I kind of like Jjakji's position.
I was going to say, Jjakji is in a bit of a lead here, but not drastically.
No, everything can snowball out of control really quickly, especially if he drops these 4 Zealots, maybe force a cancel on this command center. That's what he's going to do. Bio units are close though, so he will be able to keep it alive, but he's still going to have to worry about this. Either way, with Jjakji's entire army being here, this is a reasonable commitment here by MC, and I actually have mixed feelings about it, Sean.
Well, there are 2 Vikings out here too, so the Warp Prism's going to die pretty fast.
He's going to kill maybe a few SCVs, maybe a few Marines and Marauders, but this is 700, 800, 900 minerals. Above all, the Warp Prism is dead, just like you predicted. I don't think this was worth it.
Yeah, well, look at the units lost tab there. It's quite a lot there for MC, and he didn't really kill any SCVs. Got a couple, and he is still getting 1 or 2 more. That one Zealot in there, just getting a couple to himself. The game continues on here. If you were MC right now, what's the first thing you're thinking about? Obviously, you know that Jjakji's in a pretty strong position. Your warping didn't do the best there. What's the first thing you're thinking of right now?
I'd be worried, man, because I don't have the map vision I normally have. We do see one Zealot taking the Zelnaga Watchtower, and he sees his army moving out. But one of the most important things ever is like having an observer either on top of the Terran army or close to the Terran army. This Raven makes it absolutely impossible. And believe it or not, playing PvT when you don't have map vision is actually scary. I know everyone thinks Photon Overcharge covers everything, but you'd like to see stuff coming in advance.
All right, well, Jjakji at 160 supply, playing a great game here so far.
Oh, look at the army supply, Sean.
Yeah.
101 against 61.
Fantastic macro here by Jjakji, just hitting all the right buttons, building all the right units. That's some sick knowledge. As we do have Jjakji still posturing in the middle of the map here. MC has +2 armor, +1 attack. He must have thrown in a lot of chrono boosts into that forge. It's only 1 forge.
Couple Stalkers a little bit out of position. MC will take care of them, but look at the supply. This is snowballing out of control. When Terran is 10 workers ahead and Protoss sacrifices a bunch of Zealots here and there, this could happen. How many Vikings do we currently have? We got 9 of them with +1 on the way. He's going to need a few more, but he will have point defense drones as well to protect those Vikings. I think MC, you know, he's going to have to put up a fantastic fight. He has an Archon, but he has no Storm.
Yeah, Storm just now being begun, so ideally MC would like to get up to that. He is buying himself some time with these Zealots. As Jjakji's entire army has come back. Are we going to see some High Templar walked in? He's got 1 with the army. Only 1.
I don't think Storm is going to be ready in time for the fight, Sean. It's 75 seconds or 85 even from being completed.
And if it's not, with the point defense drone to support these Vikings, as you wisely said, and a lot of Marauders, like 16, 18 Marauders with this.
I mean, yes, we do have 5 Colossus, and that is awesome, but we only have 6 Stalkers, and we have 1 Archon. MC is actually moving forward. Jjakji, if you would get your entire army here, drop the PDDs, this might be your moment to fight. You're looking really good over here.
Yeah, there's 1 feedback on the Raven, but the point defense drone's at home.
That's a great feedback, though. I like it.
And now the Vikings pushing forwards here. Are there enough Stalkers? The Colossus 1 is dead. The second one's been targeted. Oh no, look at all the Marauders and Marines chasing this down.
Well, MC just does not have enough. An overwhelming Terran army over here by Jjakji. Those force fields are reasonable. A lot of additional Zealots are being wiped in, but all the Colossus are dying.
All the Colossus dying. And without the Colossus and without Storm, I think we all know where this game's going to go. It's going to go in favor of Jjakji as he crushes through the army and will break the third.
Wow.
And the good game is called.
What a solid game 1 over here from Jjakji.
Yeah.
Kind of a surprising opening. You mentioned you've seen it a couple of times. I think I've only seen it like once or twice, these Banshees. He didn't even overcommit because he cancelled the cloak as well. But the Raven after that, and above all, you know, picking up that observer because of the Raven, at least, you know, it helped. Otherwise, it could have been 2. But after MC saw the Raven, he's like, well, I'm not going to send observers all the time because I'm just going to lose units. So MC took that third base very late. That's also what he did again in this series against Innovation, by the way. But Jjakji being 5, 6, 7 workers ahead, the War Prism drop not really working out. just having an overwhelming army. Terran up 60, 70 supply. You know, normally the only hope you have is Storm, but MC was too afraid to rush to Storm, which I can understand because he was kind of blind.
All right, well, the boss toss with mountains and mountains of experience. You know, this won't really bother him too much here, losing the first map. Probably motivate him a little bit more to come back into the second. But as you said, the start with the map vetoes, the second map we're going on to is like a must-win here for Jjakji, because it is a decent map for him to win on.
I agree.
And if he's able to win on this, being 2 maps ahead, it's not going to be easy for MC to win the next 3.
Nope, especially not with Daedalus still in the map pool as well, which we may, well, actually we don't know if Jjakji is strong on it against Protoss, but it may very well be. Habitation Station, the reason why I think it's must win is maybe a big word, but at least a map where Jjakji should normally win is because there are just so many ways to drop, and this is such a fantastic drop map, because normally, you know, you put an observer on patrol and you cover the airspace. Here you need 2, if not 3, because very often Terran will take control of the Zelnaga Watchtower, but then just pick up units and fly them over the gold base into the Protoss main. And like having a single cannon like you have on some other maps to cover an area against drops is not enough. There is too much area over there that you need more than just that. I don't think MC is going to play anything remotely close to what we saw in Frost, though. I think he's going to play very, very different.
And how different do you think we're going to see? You have any predictions at all? Or?
Charge, Storm, like relying on a lot of gateways, making it easier to deal with drops. Also, like I was a little bit surprised by this Colossus blink opening. Yes, we know that it can be good. Hero has shown us in the past parting. Rain have shown us as well multiple times styles like this. But it doesn't really feel like MC-like to me.
All right, we'll find out what strategies will be chosen as we are almost ready to jump into this second map, of course, of the semi-finals. If you are just joining us, we are very close to reaching the grand finals of this tournament, and there's a lot on the line. A $25,000 prize pool. First place taking 10.
Second 4.
Yep.
Third and fourth 2,000. And everyone in the playoffs gets 1,000.
That's right. That's exactly right. That was spot on, that was, Rotti.
Spot on.
Spot on.
Have you watched The Wire?
Bits and pieces, not a lot though.
Wait, have you watched the season 2 part with McNaughty?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Spot on was the magic word.
Oh, really? Spot on. Yeah, it's a great phrase that we have there.
All right, so we're almost ready to fire up game number 2. Once more, it's going to be played on Habitation Station. What are your thoughts? Because I shared mine. Maybe your thoughts are different, which I would be completely okay with, Sean. Don't worry.
I'm not sure what to expect here. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a very similar game from Jjakji. I think he's going to play super solid again. And the way that he played in game 1, there's no really reason for him to adapt around. Do you reckon he opens up Reaper this game instead of going Command Center first? Yeah. Reapers aren't as good on this map because it is harder to get in and so on, but do you think after such a successful map number 1, you really like to, especially because you probably know that MC will like to change up, you would like to know what that change up could possibly be?
I mean, MC was probably also like, Command Center first on Frost. Well, I don't think Jjakji is going to do it again. It is possible. Yeah. You can get away with it, because if Protoss doesn't do anything very different early on, it's kind of hard for Protoss to really punish it, because Terran will throw it on the bunker ASAP and feel kind of safe. Regardless, I don't think that Jjakji is going to do that once more. As you mentioned as well, not the best Reaper map out there, but Reaper is always a solid choice.
All right. Well, we are now ready to begin map number 2. We're going to have a 2-0 or a 1-1. And I guess it's up to MC here to change that. Up here to the top right, it is, of course, the Red Protoss MC. And the crowd is behind him here, as they were for TLO previously. And then, of course, on the other side of the map, we do have, from my insanity, Jjakji. And he's looking absolutely solid, is the best way to describe him. Very minimal mistakes, fantastic production setup, building an army as fast as possible and as large as possible. And he really was on fire that game.
And you know, like, despite MC winning that series against Innovation that I recently casted, and that was a fantastic series, by the way, guys. If you have some spare time after this action-packed StarCraft 2 weekend, which I guess is a little unlikely, but if you're still in the mood for some more PvTs later, go check out Todd's YouTube channel and take a look at those games. They were A, really fun, and B, just exciting, but a lot of the games, MC took a very, very late third base, and I'm talking like 12 minutes, 30 seconds, 13 minutes, you know, that's kind of unlikely, but because Innovation was often low on workers as well, it worked out. But in a game like we just saw on Frost, while we do see the Refinery going down this time, like if you're 10 workers behind against a Terran and your third place is that much later, then you really cannot afford to lose a single unit, because Terran is just going to have a much bigger army than you.
Well, Jjakji is going up a couple of gears here. With a gas first, we're obviously going to enable him to go straight up towards the factory here, and more importantly, straight up towards aggression. And the thing is, though, with MC, I mean, what if you were there with a probe and you saw that this was gas first, what would you be doing?
I just play my own game. Like, it wouldn't really throw me off that much.
You wouldn't be thrown off by gas first. You wouldn't do anything other than what you'd normally do.
I'd still go for a 1-gate expand, and I'd follow it up with a robo. And not necessarily robo into Colossus, but just for the observers, because you can still get out like 2-3 gateway units and then a mothership core, and you should be more than fine of anything that Terran can throw at you. You could maybe, like, if you see that it's indeed ridiculously quick, which is the case, because that factory is indeed very, it's 3 minutes, that's indeed insane. You could even say, like, hey, maybe I throw down a forge. What I would do though, Sean, is I would still go 1-gate Nexus, but I would not saturate my natural yet. I would keep all my probes in my main to keep things easier to defend.
All right, well, I think this is going to get a little bit dangerous of a game here. We have a probe hidden down south. This is not a location for a Stargate, and that's a beautiful dinosaur, or whatever. What is it?
A Karak.
Okay, I don't know what a crack is.
It's beautiful, man.
It's beautiful.
Look at this status.
Are we going to see a Twilight Council down here? This is the thing that pops on my mind immediately. And if it is a Twilight Council,
no,
there is no money going to be for a robotics facility. Which means if this is Wither Mines, which it should be, how the hell is MC going to deal with this?
This can go, but what we might see as well is a robotics facility with a Warp Prism, because he wants to go DT drop, which is a very popular build as well. It is indeed going to be a Twilight, and most likely we'll see a Dark Shrine being wiped in as well. This mothership core, though, is going to give MC the information that he needs.
What happens if it's pushed back, though, by these Marines?
That would be bad, but, you know, if it peeks in... Okay, this is already a great scout, Sean. No command center, not even like a Marine over here, not a bunker. Quick factory, so he could even work on these supply depots a little bit. I think MC is going to warp in a robo. Is it going to be late? Yes, there might be like this 20-30 second window where he won't have detection, but he can pull probes, he can deal with this.
All right, well, 5 Marines at the top of this ramp, accompanied by a couple of SCVs to make sure the repairs are down on this supply depot. Shouldn't really take too much damage. There is a Widow Mine there too, but that has been revealed. Now, where is that robotics facility?
He wanted to get the Dark Shrine first.
Unless, let's say he doesn't build the robotics facility, and let's make sure that the Widow Mine doesn't borrow it in the mineral line.
That's risky though. Because, I mean, you can do that against one, but as a Protoss, because he doesn't have too many gateways, he doesn't have that much production. If a Medevac flies in with Ignite Afterburners activated and it drops 2 Widow Mines, there's almost no way you can kill both. That's,
all right, well,
that's playing with fire.
He's still very late on that, though. But we do have the Dark Shrine down the bottom right. Obviously, Jjakji, who's made a plan here, has not got any information, apart from that one unit, the SCV, that saw no natural. He doesn't know exactly what's coming at his way, but he knows that there's something, so he actually has one Widow Mine on the front of his base, a second one about to join it. But here we have, with no detection,
so here comes the first Medevac with 4 Marines and a Widow Mine. This is a really bizarre game, because MC did indeed not make that robo, which I'm a little bit surprised by. Now he's going up to Nexus. He still has that Dark Shrine, which I don't think that Jjakji is aware of, but Jjakji is probably wondering, like, what actually is going on in this game.
He has no idea at this point, and he could get hurt. There's one Dark Templar coming in. The Widow Mine is borrowed on the ramp here, so he's going to put a bit of aggression, but this Dark Templar, if not spotted, is going to get inside the main base. There's no scans available. There's only one command center, and the depots do not get... Oh, he's inside. And now this is actually a disaster.
Yep. This is an absolute disaster for Jjakji. The depots were not raised. And sure, MC doesn't have detection, but that Widow Mine is far away. Raven in production now as well, but that takes so long. Photon Overcharge will be activated for these Marines. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, this DT is wrecking stuff.
Oh, this is wrecking stuff. The SCVs are in the middle of the map here with 2 Widow Mines, and there's another DT. There's a Raven trying to be built here, which eventually will help out, but what a bad start here for Jjakji.
MDTs, they've been very successful so far throughout this tournament.
And even the drop inside the main base there is picked off. So the drop inside MC's base is gone, the Marines are gone, the Medevac is gone.
He threw down a scan in his natural, which means there is still nothing over here in the main. The Raven is about to spawn though, so Jjakji will be able to mine, but he's down 13 workers. MC with that expand behind this as well. This couldn't have been any better for MC.
Do you think that Jjakji could have prepared better though? I mean, he was obviously, he saw that there's no natural, and he started to prepare bunkers and Widow Mines at home, but...
Did he though, Sean?
He did, above his main ramp, yeah, he did have 2 Widow Mines in a bunker, but then salvage and try to come down and build a natural.
Or you mean that MC saw there was no natural?
Like Jjakji saw that there was no natural from MC originally with his scout.
Yeah, but that was kind of late though. Like a couple of Widow Mines are being able to get a couple of free kills over here. There will be an observer, so Jjakji is going to have to reposition this mine. I feel that Jjakji wasn't even completely aware of what MC was doing for a long time.
All right, well, observer's gone, but still, these units are almost game-winning at this point. As the Raven is gone, and MC is going to walk up the front door here, and Jjakji still on one base, low SCVs, is struggling. This has been a very difficult game for him. It's 67 supply to 27, and as we all know, this is looking like an MC victory, even though the supply depots aren't going to get broken down too fast with the repairs there. All the SCVs are going down, and there's still double Nexus and more units to come. And a complicated game here, a very twisted game.
Yep, with both
unusual one.
Yeah, both players just trying to trick each other, but do not try to trick the boss house himself. GG is called. MC will even up the series here on Habitation Station, so he wins that important map game, or that important
keeps Jjakji away from the 2-0.
Second game in this series is where I was trying to go. It was very hard to get it up.
All right, well, Jjakji got hit by that Dark Templar rush.
Kind of a bizarre game, and makes you really wonder. Like, I even wonder how this game would have unfolded if the depots were raised, because even then I don't think it would be all that amazing for Jjakji. Of course, a lot better, and we still have a real game on our hands, but it wouldn't have been, you know, like his command center is still very late, his economy is weak, and if he's not able to deal the damage that he wanted to deal with the Widow Mines, then he's still behind.
You do get these bizarre games when, you know, one player decides before the game even begins, I'm gonna do this, which is usually aggressive when they do that so early on. And then when the other player does the same, then you have these two builds that counteract against each other, and then, you know, the outcome is very difficult to predict sometimes.
And it comes down to a few small things like raising your depots or not. But I still don't mind that build that much from Jjakji, because, you know, Habitation Station, you pick up the mine, you fly across the map, you can drop it immediately, especially with these like no robo styles being so popular these days. And MC shown us multiple times throughout the previous tournament that I casted him in that he likes that style, that he often plays without observers for a long time. So yeah, if you drop 2 Widow Mines in his base and he has absolutely zero detection, no forge and no robo, you're putting yourself in a dream scenario, because you're going to get 4 or 5 probe kills, and you will force him to pull probes once or twice after every 40 seconds until the Protoss has detection. So I don't mind the strategy, it backfired, and he was completely unaware of the DTs.
Both players in this best of 5 have opened up very similar with their game style. A normal-ish game in game number 1, standardized from both. And then both players in game number 2 deciding to go aggressive, but now leading into game number 3, which is on Altazim Stronghold, the largest map in the map pool. What are you expecting here?
Very macro-based play from both sides. Like, I feel that Jjakji tried to get cheeky in game 2, and he's like, all right, well, that didn't really work out. MC, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him open up with a Stargate this game, 1 gate Nexus into the Stargate. Oracle's pretty excellent on this map, especially against, you know, maybe a command center first or just a 1-Rex into a command center. Oracle should A, give you a lot of information, and B, be able to pick off a few SCVs here and there. And on such a large map, it's really nice to have an Oracle. Even Revelation is a fantastic spell on a map like Altazim. So I'm predicting a Stargate opening from MC, and I think Jjakji is going to play it very economic. I would say maybe even 3 command center, but I don't think that's the case, because the Stargate will most likely scout it.
All right, well, we'll find out what strategies both these players will choose to edge up and edge out with a 2-1. The winner of this would be in the 2-1, would be in match point to move on to the grand finals here of the Intellect Stream Masters, live from Sao Paulo, live from Brazil, live from the heat, because there's bloody hot backstage here under these lights and in these games. Unfortunately for the players, though, they are in the air-conditioned booth. It's really nice and cool, not for us.
It's the only cool place in Sao Paulo currently. Of course, over here in the left bottom side of Altazim Stronghold, like Sean already said, the largest map in our map pool currently. It is the Red Protoss MC. The Portuguese guys were a little ahead of me, Sean. I tried to sync up like you, but my Portuguese not as good as yours.
Yeah, I understand everything they say. And up here, playing for my insanity. 1-1 on the first game, lost second. Jjakji! See that? Perfectly timed.
So Jjakji spawning in the left top side, MC in the left bottom. These are positions whenever I play Protoss I don't mind too much, because Medivacs have to take a large detour if they want to drop into your natural. So I think it's a little easier to play these positions than cross map, for instance. And actually, these positions allow our Protoss sometimes to hide a Nexus maybe somewhere, especially if MC, which I don't think he would do, would decide to bust out some Phoenix play. I think we might actually see a Nexus first over here by MC.
Well, that's kind of good here for Jjakji. Jjakji is aiming towards Command Center first himself by the looks of it. And with this build, as a Terran player, when you go Command Center first on this map, you'd love to be able to do that and get away with it because it's a big, big map. You want to have the best economy, but against a Protoss player, especially the caliber of MC, you have to worry about a lot of different things here. You got to be worried about a proxy Oracle, an Oracle inside the main base, Blink, anything's possible from MC. So Jjakji is going to be feeling, while throwing this Command Center down, good. But on the other side, it's going to be feeling a little bit bad here because he doesn't really know what MC's doing. But for MC, with this Nexus first himself, if this was a Reaper build, he wouldn't be worried, right?
No, not too much. I've done this a lot on this map against Reaper. There is, of course, that let's say 10-15 second scenario where you will only have a Zealot and you don't have a Stalker or a Mothership Core yet. But that's pretty much it. You can micro, and even if you go Nexus first and you lose one, I would say maximum two. But a player of the caliber of MC will most likely just lose a single probe. Then the Stalker will be there and usher out the Reaper. So I actually like seeing a Reaper when I go Nexus first on this map, because that means like, hey, I have an economic lead, and unless you just do something terrible and lose 3-4 probes, you're in a really good position.
Why do you think MC scouted cross position here? Because now he's in a coin flip decision whether to scout top left or bottom right.
I have no logical explanation for that, Sean.
Well, there's some things that MC does that nobody understands why he does it, and that's what makes him the boss toss.
Unless he wants to find a bunch of proxy Rexes in the middle of the map in case he's worried, but that's not like Jjakji at all, and I don't really think that's the thought process of MC, so I have no explanation for that.
All right, well, the SCV does enter the base now, and we'll realize that things are a little bit later than usual. I love that word then, a little bit later. And you will see this is a Nexus first from this position. But, I mean, Jjakji with already a gas down here, and already up to 100 gas in the factory coming in, which MC does spot.
Wow, that's
a good scout.
That's a fantastic scout, to be honest. And that's something that you normally don't get in this phase in the game. You're lucky if you can get in and get confirmation that, yes, it is Command Center first. Maybe you'll see a second Rex, but seeing that factory down really makes me wonder what MNC is going to do. We'll most likely prioritize getting detection this time, though.
And 3 gases coming down, or an extra 2. Okay, I cancelled one there from Jjakji. He thought about adding on a couple of extra gases there.
3 gases would have been a little overkill, as he has like 20 workers. Putting 9 of them on gas, has like 11 on minerals. He's like, I don't know, man. I think mules are good, but having a few extra SCVs mining wouldn't be too bad.
All right, well, with that factory completed, we are going to have a Widow Mine come out, and most likely a Starport thrown down shortly. But MC, on the other hand, has just now decided to throw in the Stargate here. What do you make about that decision?
Like I said before the game, I expected him to go 1 gate Nexus Stargate. Instead, it's going to be Nexus first into Stargate. I like it. It's such a large map. Really, shows a lot or plays into the hand of the Oracle, as the Oracle is so fast, so mobile, can give you a lot of information, should guarantee you some damage as well. I'm a little bit surprised that he's going to rely on the Stargate. He's going to try to run by the way, and he might be able to do some serious work here, Sean.
Yeah, you have to have a few SCVs come off to deal with this.
We have a Widow Mine already, don't we?
Yeah, but that's already borrowed on the natural, on the second base here of Jjakji. It's not really going to be used here.
Unless he pushes the Stalker into the Widow Mine.
Yeah, maybe, but the Stalker comes back in the main base. With the Mothership Core up here as well, Jjakji's taking a lot of damage. And another Stalker joins in.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of mining time, but he's doing some work as well. If he can burrow the Widow Mine, if he can kill the Mothership Core, this is still okay for the Terran, I think. I mean, it's starting to get a little too crazy, of course. It's all starting to take a little too long. Where's that Widow Mine?
It's there's one in the main mineral line, there's another one in the natural. Mothership Core does get picked off, and that Stalker will die as well shortly. And behind this, we're actually having Phoenixes being built at home.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, and I don't mind it too much. MC has shown us in the past that you can use Phoenixes to lift up Widow Mines before they are barreled. And because of this opening right now, where he already did some economic damage to Jjakji, there is a good chance that these Phoenixes will be able to pick off some SCVs that are building production facilities.
Yeah.
I actually really like it. Like, I like Oracles on this map, but I also like Phoenixes. It is not like that amazing, I think, against a straight up bio opening, especially if they get turrets in time. But since Jjakji has absolutely no idea what he's playing against.
Yeah, this is completely wild here by Jjakji. His build's been completely thrown off with 550 gas in the banker. You know, he's got this third command center down, he's started to produce tanks, and he's really looking to play a very strong economic game, but he's completely blind at this point, and these Phoenixes are just going to come in, they're going to do a lot of damage. MC's got a pylon and is ready to be aggressive himself, knowing that his opponent has gone 3 command centers.
And look at Jjakji, what a god. Just like throws down an extra bunker. He is worried about this as well. And you know, that tank, I had mixed feelings about it. I actually think it's going to be pretty damn good against what MC is going to try to do. A couple of Phoenixes flew in. I don't think they picked up a Wither, they run into a Wither mine just yet. Killing off Marines is reasonable, but do you think he will be able to break the front? He might actually, you know, if those Phoenixes fly in and he lifts up the tank, the Wither mine is out of position, Sean. Oh my god, he salvages the bunker. This is really bad for Jjakji.
Oh, and he's going to pick off the tank immediately, and now there's the Stalkers, there's the Phoenixes in there as well. Is Jjakji going to be able to hold on to this? The supply count heavily in favor of MC with another pickup on the tank. MC, 78 supply to 50. He's got a lot of his Stalkers surrounded, though.
Yeah, those Stalkers are all going to fall, at least for now. These Phoenixes are kind of out of energy. I'm not sure if it was worth it for him to pick up those first few Marines.
But if he just keeps on reinforcing with a consistent regeneration of the energy on the Phoenixes.
That's true, but you know, there is a Marauder, there are 2 bunkers as well. Jjakji needs to get this Marauder in the bunker, that would have helped so much.
Oh, he gets it in there. But the Phoenixes come back in with a couple of more kills. And MC, relentless aggression here. I don't expect him to stop anytime soon with 3 more Stalkers coming in.
Jjakji really needs to wall this up, and he needs to get unit in this bunker ASAP. He's even going to pick up a couple of these mules, I want to say, but no, it's a Marauder instead. MC is losing a lot of units though, Sean. This is not for free.
But remember, he's killing off a lot of SCVs behind this too. Jjakji is dropping quite fast.
Of course, but it's 3 orbitals as well.
Well, let's weigh it up.
Bizarre game, absolutely ridiculous game. Wither mine gets a reasonable shot. Unfortunately, it was the low HP Phoenix.
And there's another Wither mine down here as well, but he's going to have to just take that one for the team, that Phoenix, and does pick up some more SCV kills. But behind this, I mean, MC comes out ahead. He's winning. He's got 50, 60 probes. He's got his double forge coming in, Robo Twilight as well. I guess the only really opportunity for Jjakji to equalize this up is if when Stim completes, he's able to get enough units out to do some damage, but that's such a long, long time away.
Yeah, especially because there's no starport yet, and that's a major problem. He's also still not saturating his natural. I'm not sure why. He has a ridiculous amount of SCVs in his main. It's about time that he's going to send some over. I think he's worried about follow-up aggression. It was really unfortunate for him that he salvaged that second bunker when it was most important.
And MC just continuing to run havoc inside the main base here, bringing a couple more SCVs down. 64 SCVs for MC, and he's about to have his 3rd base up and running. A scan there from Jjakji reveals the phrase, oh crap, I think we would like to know, and especially we've seen all those probes working down to the 3rd. And with double upgrades, Zealot charge on the way.
No, I definitely agree with you. MC is ahead, MC is winning this game, especially now with his 3rd base up and running and saturated. But it is not absolutely over yet. I can still see Jjakji perhaps make something happen. He has 3 orbitals. Like if he wouldn't have had this 3rd orbital, then he would be absolutely, you know, almost dead, borderline dead. But that's not the case right now. There is a little bit of hope. He has double eBay himself. He's working on 2-1 right now. Withermine's picking up more Phoenixes, so this weapon is actually going to be annoying as the bio units are out of position. I
mean, MC is just relentless here. He's not going to give up. He's got the Phoenixes to harass, he's got the War Prism around, and Jjakji obviously needs to go over to do something to MC, otherwise it's going to be too late. With double forge, with the amount of production and the economy that MC has, what MC is looking to do is slow the eventual push down, and then by the time it finally comes across, MC says, easy peasy, or how MC likes to say it, because his army will be too big.
As you would say, Sean, spot on. That's all that MC wants to do right now. He needs to buy a little bit of time for Storm to finish up, and of course this explosion of gateways has to finish up, because defending a big bio push when you only have 5 gateways can be really scary. But if you're able to warp in 10, 11 chartles at a time, still have photon overcharge, of course then we're looking at a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and look at this, MC going to drop to the 3rd. He's got Zealots on this left-hand side here to soak up the damage and even pick some of these Phoenixes, not Phoenixes, Wither mines off, sorry. And Jjakji's just slammed against the wall at the moment. He doesn't really know what to do, where to go. And MC's he's just steaming ahead of this game, even though the supply differences isn't large.
Oh, this Warper is just flying into a few units. Sean dies with all the Zealots inside. You know, if Jjakji would have had medevac sooner, of course, like that makes no sense to speculate about it, but like in that phase of the game, it wouldn't have been all that bad right now. He's reproducing the Warp Prism, a Robo Bay is on the way. Yes, 2-2 upgrades will finish up for MC, but there's still a chance that Jjakji can fight with 2-2 against 2-2. Did MC already saturate these gases? Yes, now he did. MC still in a good position. Not over yet though. But I also think that this is one of those scenarios that we were talking about a little bit before the series. Okay, Jjakji, a window to just straight up win this game has sort of passed. I think you're gonna have to be just say like, all right, this is going to be a very long game against Protoss, and every Terran knows that's scary, especially on a large map like Altazim. There's going to be high Templars around every corner, but I feel there's almost no other way. And if he plays it like that, there is still hope. Would you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. There's definitely still hope in this for Jjakji, who has managed to stabilize really well considering. And then if you look on the left-hand side here, MC's waiting with the Warp Prism again. He's ready and waiting for the movement out of the Terran, and as soon as the Terran moves south, MC moves up here, and he's going to plant some Zealots and probably warp some in himself. And this continues on to be a difficult game for Jjakji.
Yeah, MC doing that really well. Big Zealot warp in now, massive warp in, as the observer spotted that most of these units were out of position. So that's why MC decides to warp in so many Zealots. Of course not for free, but MC with a comfortably 3-base saturation is able to throw away a few Zealots left and right, especially with these 2-2 upgrades.
I mean, do you think that Jjakji just needs one big good fight and he's back in it now, or?
Oh, well, he needs to lift his orbital. That's definitely what he needs to do.
Doesn't want to lose that orbital. It does get picked up and it is cleaned up here. But MC is, you know, he's about to have +3 attack. He's got the second robotics facility coming in, and he is starting to make a switch over to Colossus with the first one already being out. But where does Jjakji need to go? Does he need to drag it on? Does he need to sit back and take a fourth? Is there no way he can be aggressive?
Exactly. I think that's just the way to look at this. MC has too many gateways, he has observers, he's quite rich. There is no window of opportunity for Jjakji to make some magic happen. So right now, I would say as a Terran, cut your pre-losses perhaps, but drop another command center, try to go up to 4 bases and try to get a lot of Ghost and Viking out. It will all come down to micro, and yes, we all know how fantastic Storm is and gateway units. Well, these Phoenixes could have still been useful in the later stage of the game. They will get picked off for now, but there is just no way that Jjakji can hit some sort of a timing across the map. MC has way more units. MC is actually going to be the one that's going to be aggressive soon with 3-3 upgrades on the way. Colossus and 7 High Templars and Mothership Core. Jjakji has no goals yet. It's going to be a tough hold regardless for Jjakji.
Yeah, not too much anti-air here to protect these Colossus though. He's going to have to use Storm actually, and one of the Colossus dies. He's going to lose another one as well. Well, it's 2 Colossus for nothing there.
Storm is good, but not that great against Bunkers. Mothership Core even, wow, MC.
2 Colossus and a Mothership Core to those Vikings.
You have 4 Ghosts in production, they're not ready yet.
Oh, Jjakji's even found the High Tempo at the back. 1, 2 picked up, he's going for the 3rd. 3 High Tempo get picked off there.
That's a good start. There's still an upgrade advantage. There's Guardian Shield as well. There's an overwhelming amount of Zealots. Vikings might as well just land. Where are those goals? I think they're coming from the high ground. Oh, all the Immortals got EMP'd, but there's still so many Zealots, Sean.
Yeah, so many Zealots, and there's a pylon right underneath that factory for the reinforcements for MC. And look at the supply, guys. 93, 95 to 182. MC, after losing the first, is going to turn it around. He will take this game by the looks of it, and we'll be looking at a 2-1 as he marches right into the main base of Jjakji, and a cheeky dance from the boss toss with his units, acknowledging that this game is indeed his.
It's 3-2 upgrades right now. Jjakji is +3 attack, did finish up, but there is a ridiculous amount of Zealots in his main, and New Colossus has been joining in as well. Kind of an awkward attack by MC, just relying on Zealots, but if you have that many, if you have a small upgrade advantage when the fight starts, I guess you can do it.
Yeah, MC controlling that game from the very beginning there. He's able to keep Jjakji in his place and then eventually kill him off. And now MC's 1 game away from reaching the finals here at the Intel Stream Masters Sao Paulo.
And you know, I really felt that this all started with that probe seeing that factory. That kind of perhaps triggered MC to walk across the map with that Zealot, Stalker and Mothership Core, and that's what already made Jjakji's life a little bit of a hell early on, as he, you know, lost a lot of Marines. And then that follow-up push was very strong, as Jjakji was just not even able to get missile turrets up in time against either an Oracle or Stargates, because he was so worried on dealing on with that first aggression from MC that he was never really able to stabilize this game. Every single time when he was about to stabilize, MC threw something new at him.
And Jjakji has to win 2 games in a row Otherwise, MC is going to Poland. He will make it for the World Championship Finals, that $100,000 winner takes all. And of course has the opportunity to actually be the first ever second time StarCraft 2 Intellect Stream Masters champion. And now Jjakji needs to put his foot down, go back to what he did in game 1, because he played so well in game number 1 here to open up this series. And it's MC that's taken advantage in game 2 and 3 and found himself with a 2-1 lead.
I feel that this is just what happens when you play against MC. Like, you don't even really know what's going on in the games. The games are over before you feel they have really started, and suddenly you're trailing 2-1 in the best of 5. Like that first game with the Dark Templars, or at least the second game in this series, with those DTs, kind of an awkward game, and of course a frustrating one. And that last game, Jjakji was not able to stabilize from minute 3. That's basically what it was.
Always on the back foot in that last game. Always one move he makes, MC counters and puts him back on edge. And now MC's been in this position many times before, and he's closed it up many times before. And all he needs to do now is go into the next map, which is Daedalus Point.
What do you think we're going to see on Daedalus?
We may see Blink Stalkers here. We may see Blink Stalkers come out from MC, but as you said, MC's biggest strength is his unpredictability, and it is very difficult to know what he's going to do. Because Jjakji could be thinking the exact same thing as what we said. Could be Blink, but what if it's not? What if it's something else? And if he prepares for one and gets hit by another, the game could end as fast as it started. Now Jjakji needs to have a complete all-round defensive setup from the get-go here, fully scouted. Needs to know exactly what MC is doing at every single turn. He needs to be on top of things. If he sees it, he can prepare for it, and hopefully, as many Terrans say, they can stop it.
It's really hard to predict. I have no idea what to expect from this map. Blink Stalkers is, of course, in the line of what you may expect, in the line of expectations, but I'm not sure. That seems too predictable to be true when we're talking about this red probe spawning on the left top side of the map. Just one map win away from making it into the Intel Extreme Masters Finals. That would be the 3rd time in his career. He won a final, he lost a final. It is, of course, MC. Almost there.
Pretty good then. That was pretty good. Pretty good. And then down here in the bottom right, needs to win these 2 games in a row. It is not going to be easy. Playing for my insanity, 2011 GSL champion. I messed that up. Jjakji. Could have done better. I mistimed it. I shouldn't have mentioned 2011 GSL. If I'd just gone straight to Jjakji, it would have been timed with the Brazilian audience and the Portuguese casters. Would have been done.
Overachievers is what we are, Sean.
Yeah, we both messed up.
We need to keep it plain and simple.
Yep.
The Terran, the blue Terran.
The blue Terran, Jjakji. We do it really slow. You can be like, and the blue Terran from mine, Jjakji.
Dropping a refined Jjakji.
So
he's
great
opening up with
opening.
a guess.
Yeah, great opening.
No, go ahead, Sean.
I was going to say, great opening here for exactly what he needs in this next game is scouting, information, because he could, let's say he went into this blind, command center first, there is, I'm going to really say this, there's about 10 different openings, 10 to 20 different Protoss strategies out there that Terrans all have to find out. And it is hard to find out, isn't it, Roddy? So
oh, it is so tough, man.
It's easier if you go for the Reaper to try to find out one of those 10 to 20 different openings that Protoss have to figure out which one you have to defend against.
I think you're lowballing it a little bit with 10 to 20 there.
Yeah, there are more. There are more.
All right.
And he's actually going to open up with a reactor here for a double Reaper by the looks of it. And it's been talked about a lot recently, whether one Reaper into reactor's better or reactor for double Reapers. Obviously, with a reactor here, you're going to have to get another supply depot before you can throw down the command center, so it's a little bit less economical focused. But with double Reapers and an SCV scout, see, that's the far stretch. That's the length that Terran players go, Roddy. An SCV scout and double Reapers to find out what's going on, Roddy.
You might as well throw down a scan too, because
yeah, you might as well. You're not going to find it anyway with the Reapers.
SCV enters the main base of MC, and he will see that there are 2 gases, both fully saturated, both having 3 probes on it. Of course, MC can still switch things up. But, if I'd see this, I'd be like, what do I have to worry about? Could be a Twilight Council, could be a Stargate. Once more, MC is going to open up with some early game aggression, and by the looks of it, as one Zealot is already marching his way across the map. This could be tricky because these Reapers are a little late to the party.
Look at Jjakji here. I mean, he's seen these units coming across the map already. He's having to put a bunker down on the low grounds. But the Zealot and Mothership core out very early on.
Where's his SCV going as
Command
well?
center. Oh, he's going for another scout, obviously.
No, I think he might. He might proxy something. But we will see. These Reapers should start shooting at the Zealot immediately because the Zealot has no cover right now, as the Mothership core is still a little bit out of position. This double Reaper is actually excellent against this Zealot.
Right.
No, not yet.
There's the Twilight Council. There is the one of 20 different openings. It's the Twilight Council before the Nexus here. A one-base blink play. To be honest, though, Jjakji with the command center already kind of inside his main base is a good start to this. He's going to have to sacrifice his natural anyway if he finds out what's coming. But the thing is, he hasn't sacrificed anything to find out yet. That SCV on the left hasn't scouted. The Reapers haven't gone over. There are no scans. He doesn't know what he's up against. And this is going to be a one-base blink play.
He's throwing down an engineering bay. I think he might be misreading this a little bit. I think he's worried about the Stargate after scouting all that gas early on. Perhaps that's why he kept the SCV at the Zelnaga.
Will it actually get to the natural? No!
But it sees three stalkers.
Oh, we said that at the same time.
That's why we are...
I don't know what you're going to say after that. So
I don't know. I want to
idea.
say, like, that's why we're the best. But
I thought the best. I actually thought the best. I actually thought it. But I didn't say it.
But that would sound so cocky and arrogant. I didn't want to go there. But that's why you're the best, Sean.
No.
And you make me better.
No, you're the Protoss, not me. You're the best.
You compliment me, Sean. 3 additional gateways going down. It's all going to be off one base. 4 gateways. Blink is halfway done.
The Reaper 100% knows that there's no Nexus now. Double bunkers. He's preparing for the all-in. Is he prepared? Is he going to defend this, Roddy?
He should. He really should. Okay, there is no tech lab yet. Marauders are a little late to the party, but with 2 bunkers of 1 base, you know, I run into these scenarios many times, and you should not be able to break this. Of course, MC is going to be annoying. He will be able to pick up SCVs, but he really should not be able to win the game here. That should just not happen.
And of course, MC is going to be forced to expand from this location, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but
and
look at this little guy.
He's going to pick off a probe if it goes down there. And the hold continues on now. Obviously, it costs minerals to repair the supply depot, which has been drained out.
But he has more than enough minerals. Never underestimate how much money a Terran can still earn of 2 orbitals on 1 base. Because Jjakji in the near future is going to be severely outmining MC, and MC still no probes on the production tab.
Well, MC's looking on the right-hand side here. Bunker is going to be made, but there's the blink forward by MC as the time warps, so he can micro back and then hopefully blink down successfully. Can't lose the Mothership core. And there's the second time warp, but now MC can blink back one at a time. Oh, missed that one. So that one Stalker's probably doomed. But the others getting out one at a time here.
It's actually going pretty well for MC. That's not losing any Stalkers. This is one of those 20 openings that you were talking about, that even when you see it coming, it's still pretty hard.
But that bunker will complete by the time he can blink up there again. There's still 2 bunkers at the front. And Jjakji is going to complete with +1 attack, and Stim's not too far away. The factory's beginning.
Yeah, still though, Sean, this is not over yet. The bunker is not ready yet.
Oh, he snipes it. Snipes the SCV from building it, but he's talking down the Mothership core, gets away once again.
This one Marauder in the back is doing so much damage. Of course, MC couldn't micro for a little while, and now I think Jjakji is safe. How many SCVs do we have? 16. Okay, MC has at least putting his... No, repair that bunker. He's putting himself in.
Continues to warp in here. He wants blood. He wants the finals. He wants to go to IEM Katowice to play for the finals in the World Championship. The command center's going to have to move. Stim is done soon. Starport needs to come out. He saves the command center, but MC, he continues to chronobus in the gateways, Roddy. He's going to continue to warp in.
I can't believe it.
He's not going to expand here. The boss toss wants this now.
Oh my god, 16 Blink Stalkers. I mean, bunkers are good and all, but 16 Blink Stalkers, that's a lot.
Not a lot of SCVs here. There is not a lot of income for Jjakji. These bunkers are almost empty. An aggressive blink forward here, and one bunker immediately gets picked off. The other one is also going to get picked off here, and the front wall is down. The defense is lowered, and a time warp again out here from MC.
Well, this might be it. MC might be making it into his 3rd IEM final. His team is ready. There's a lot of DPS in his army. Oh, and the Mothership core is down. That's something.
But there's no money for Jjakji. You can't even build bunkers. There's a Widow Mine desperately coming out to defend, but MC warping, and he's going again, and he's just going to go for it this time. There is a Widow Mine to help out, but how much damage will that even do?
This is annoying though for MC. Without that Mothership core, look how much damage he's taken. Jjakji still sort of hanging in there, but 9 SCVs. Soon he has 2 Widow Mines, then things can maybe maybe he can stabilize, but he just can't lose any more units.
And MC is hounding just outside the front, wants to enter this base. And here he comes. He may even be able to pick up that with a mine, not quite.
Sickly done by Jjakji there. Blink forward,
This is it, Roddy. This is going to be it. MC goes for the kill. The Marauders are going to go down. Just a couple of Stalkers remaining. SCVs come to defend. But really, what are they going to defend? MC is going to win this. He is going to the finals here in Sao Paulo. He is going to make it to the $100,000 winner-takes-all tournament at the World Championship of the Entire Stream Masters with 3 more Stalkers, or 2 more coming in. MC has done it. You can see on your screen Jjakji about to type GG. There it is, GG! The boss toss is going to Poland. He's in the finals for this tournament.
How does he make that happen, Sean?
He is the boss toss, and here's his celebration! The IEM celebration.
If only Jjakji would have been able to get that one bunker up. You know, a little bit quicker. Is he shooting Kamehamehas or?
I'm not too sure exactly what he's doing, but he has won, and his celebration is complete. MC's in the finals of Sao Paulo. Congratulations to him, and especially now this is his first result in 2014 under, or without SK Gaming now, under the Global Esports Management Agency. And MC makes it there. An impressive result from him.
Yeah, an impressive series. It started off kind of rough. Jjakji looked great in game 1. MC didn't really look that amazing in game 1. After that, games just went crazy, and MC is so good in these crazy games. Anything unorthodox, MC just excels at it.
Yeah.
Above all, somehow, some way, MC always finds a way to win.
And as we thought, every single game is something a little bit different from the boss toss, keeping that unpredictability there, making it very, very difficult for Jjakji to know what's coming, to be able to defend in time. He started off well in that last map, but as you said, MC just hammering through.
That third bunker I felt was a game-deciding moment. If that bunker does finish, then the next time MC blinks forward, there's already a Marauder in that bunker, and it will actually do a lot of damage. Of course, it is hard for Terran. You have to do so many things right, while Protoss, you just kind of go for it, and you hope for the best. MC will jump on every single minor opportunity he sees to win that game, and he did it once more.
He did it once more. So congratulations for MC. He is our first finalist here in Sao Paulo. That leaves us, though, with another semi-final to be able to go into the grand final of this tournament.
Yep.
And it is time for TLO to take on CJ Hero. Quick question, do you believe in TLO to do this?
I believe TLO will do fine, but I do think Hero's going to win.
All right, there you have it from Roddy. That's us done for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, with MC, or Iron Man as he's calling themselves these days. Congratulations, great win in the end. Let's go back and talk about map 1 though, because map 1 didn't really work out for you. What went wrong for you? Banshees too early?
I just thought he will be aggressive play, so I'm just not greedy, just make defensive. But he made greedy play, so I'm almost lose. So I thought no chance this game, so just throw and I can come back next game.
Okay, so game 1 is done. As soon as you see his build, that's it, pretty much done, and you give up on that. But then map 2, 3, and 4, very, very quick on all of them. You changed back to what we would ordinarily see in game 2 and game 3, and you built much more the same way that we expected to. Why did you do something different in game 1?
I have one coach. His name is Rear. He watched Jjakji's game against Protoss, and he take Jjakji always using one barracks, one factory, and one starport in Habit Station. So I know how to count this build. It's DT, so I just use DT and get free win. And third map is real Protoss map. I think Artojimi is Protoss map, so take easy. And fourth game is 50-50, but I think he is losing, so he afraid me. So I just do my best. My one base Orin is world of best, so I just tried.
Okay, so the Blinkstalker all in at the end was just you felt that he was nervous and you wanted to take advantage of that?
Yeah.
Okay, you've qualified for the final now. You're in the grand final. It's your third Intel Extreme Masters final. You would be the first person to ever win 2 Intel Extreme Masters for StarCraft. Is that more important to you, or have you already started thinking about the world final because you've also qualified for that?
I'm still hungry because maybe 1 year I didn't get champion, so I will get champion this Brazil. And you know, me and my manager like soccer. You know, Brazil is really strong in soccer, so I will just get champion here.
Okay, it's been a long time since you've won a big tournament. It was 2012 at the Intel Extreme Masters. Why has it been so difficult for you to win a big tournament again? Because you've been close.
Last year, I didn't try to my best for training. Just my mental is broken and do something other game. But this year's, I will contact my manager. So if I do bad, he will fire me. So just do my best.
Okay, and he's already made you have a haircut.
Oh, I haircut in Brazil. He like it and I like it.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, MC is our first man through to the grand final here in Sao Paulo. As you can hear, he has plenty of support from the Brazilian crowd. We'll find out after the break who he goes head-to-head with. Will it be Hero up for his second grand final in a row, or can TLO make it to a grand final for the first time ever? We'll find out after the break.
Minchol, one of the biggest transfer news in StarCraft 2 was you leaving SK Gaming. Why did you leave?
Just my contract is done, and you know my manager Minsik, he made for management, so I just joined there.
So SK Gaming is completely okay, but Minchik is a little bit better.
Yeah, cause he scouted me in 2012, so I'm just follow him.
Is he a good manager for you? Are you very happy with him?
I don't think so. He's good manager because he's he's sometimes really bad man.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Tell me the truth.
He's sometimes really paparazzi, you know, so make better picture for me. So I don't think good manager.
He goes around and all the time makes fun of you. How does it make you feel? He laughs at you all the time.
Yeah, he's good manager because he always feed me, so I get power.
But he always makes jokes. Says you eat a whole cow and you sleep like a panda.
It's not true. It's true.
Okay. You currently live with Minchik in Düsseldorf. How do you like living in Europe, and how long will you stay?
I did get working holiday visa for 1 year, so maybe 1 year I will live in Germany, and we will make gaming house. So yeah, it's pretty good, and I think not different Germany and Korea because I'm always just leaving my house.
Okay. What are your plans for this year in terms of esports?
First plan, destroy Sao Paulo. Second plan, I'm already going final one Todes Cup. Yeah, so destroy Hero second, and third IEM Championship so I will get like so much money, and yeah, just I will destroy all tournament.
So right now you don't have any sponsorship. Are there any conversations right now with potential sponsors who would pay you money?
Yes. Here is 1,000 bucks, 1,000 bucks, and 3,000, and 10,000.
10,000 because your belly is so big and the space is so large. Because you can provide a bigger logo space than any other player.
Yeah, of course. And when sponsors coming here, I'm always saying, easy. Easy.
Easy, okay. Is there anything you want to say to your fans who are watching this interview?
Just, I'm Bostos. And who's your daddy?
All right, thank you very much. 감사합니다.